Hey, welcome back to the 11th hour breakthrough conversation. Marketing has always been about connecting with your audience in the right place and the right time. In today's world, that means meeting a customer where they are already spending time on the internet sometimes. But the competition is stiff and the space may be crowded. Don't just assume that a customer will keep shopping and buying from you. They might be buying from someone else already, right? If you're not on the internet, they already bought from someone else. At the end of the day, digital trends and trends in digital marketing all come down to building trust, creating an experience, bringing people to what they want and where they want it, and making choices that are based on creating raving fans. Looking back at your business, do you have what it takes to stay relevant in the digital space while your competitors and others are lapping at your heels or is miles ahead of the game? Welcome to the 11th hour Breakthrough Conversations. Hi, I'm Terence. I'm an international business coach. Joining me today is Izam Yusof, a former CEO, now turned business strategist. Izam, is it worth jumping on the digital bandwagon? Let's talk about the good, the bad, the ugly of digital marketing. Your
Oh,
thoughts?
that's a lot to discuss, Terence, in the 11th hour. Well, digital marketing is about reach, how you're going to reach to your target market. So, and we talk about leverage. It's a space where you do one time and then a bit of engagement, you can reach a lot of people. So it's about choosing the right platform. It's about choosing your target market because every platform has their own community. They are like targeted people. So it's what kind of message that you want to pass and what kind of product you carry. So that's the essence of looking to going to digital marketing. And the space is crowded, like you said. And then there's so much data. There's so many things on the internet. The moment you Google something, it's everywhere. So how do you get yourself to be your message is clear and get to the people? So the good thing about being on the digital space, it's you get reach, you can reach a lot more people, and then it's in a little time you can really do more with less. So the bad thing is that sometimes you want to be everywhere and you are nowhere, or you want to get many people to like you, but there's no real engagement and there's no real purchasing. What's the real impact to your business? So it all depends, Terence. So the good thing is there, the bad thing is there, and the ugly thing is sometimes can you handle the space, because there's a lot of things you need to do, and then how you focus, funneling people into your website, and ultimately you are able to add value to your client. So are you serving the market, or does the market wants you? So it can be various discussion, Terence. It's such a big topic. And the key thing is in this current COVID situation or post-COVID, so are you talking about it, or are you listening to what people about it, or you still tiptoeing about it, or you're doing something about it? So you have a conversation about this is the new reality and then this is our new normal. But are you really taking steps to make it work for your business? Or it's just another conversation, or someday improvement, or someday I'll make it, or I'll just do what others are doing. So it's all depends on the business. It depends on who's driving the business. What do you really want? What do you really want from your business? What kind of result that you want? So are you into it? Are you listening to the market? Are you producing for the market, or you just in the market? So Terence, it's a lot of questions to
Mhm.
ask in that manner for digital marketing, Terence. So what's your take?
That's a lot of questions for those listening in. Like, what questions do you have on digital marketing? Please post down below so that we can answer them for you. Like you say, I've seen this is the conversation I heard in the market. Okay, it's like it's low on cash flow. I'm already low on cash flow, and to spend money on digital marketing is like I don't even know I can get the returns. And a lot of people say it's expensive. I spend so much money and I don't get anything back. And there's so much information out there say you can get the money back, this and that. there's like, I don't know what information I should trust. Like in the marketing, budget is always the first thing people look at while doing this digital marketing. What are your thoughts on this?
Well, during this period,
Mhm.
marketing is the most important thing.
Mhm.
That's where the driver of your business. If you just talk about producing product, you don't do marketing, so people will not remember you because there's some recall required. So the thing is how much to put aside, what kind of result that you want, and what kind of engagement you expect. So that one you can have a discussion. But to cut totally or to reduce it totally is the essence of doing business is lost, because you need to be in the market, you need to let people know. And how much money to spend, it depends on the outcome that you want, whether you want engagement, you want brand recall, or you really want people to go into buying your product. So it's all quite a few questions, and there's a lot of platforms, and you don't have to be in everywhere. You don't have to be everywhere. Some are free places that you can be, but how you get to reach your market, that's the basic question. And are you targeting the right platform? Are you going to the right platform for the right target market? And are you saying the same thing, the right thing? Because when you go into digital marketing, there's voice, there's video where you can hear something, you can look at something,
Mhm.
and then there's a script that you need to look at, what kind of words you're using. So it's just not about being in the space, it's how do you be in the space? What's your being when you're in the space? So it's not about being nice. If you're being nice, there's no one attracted to you, it doesn't work. So it's all about engagement again. So there's three things that you need to look at when you go into this kind of communication, whether you connect to the people, you engage them, and then do you really get result out of it? Do you have an impact to them? So it's connect, and then do you connect, uh, engage, and impact? So the impact means there's a lot of conversation with your target market and leading to sales or leading to an outcome that you are serving the market. So that's where you need to look at whether to spend or not to spend in this conversation. And to cut totally, I don't think it's the right thing to do, Terence.
Okay, got it. And like when like there's some people say I don't want to spend on digital. The old way of like talking to people and still works. Then uh, and there's still people having that conversation, and chances are these people are well not in the digital world. They may not have a website and so on and so forth. And what are your thoughts on that still?
Well, it depends on your business. You don't really have to be in the digital space. It depends on your market, whether you're B2B or you're B2C, you are targeting mass market, or you just want presence, or you really do an e-commerce transaction. So it depends. It depends. It can you not necessarily you be in the digital space. However, be there for presence is worthwhile. Just be there, have a website, have a blog, just have a one pager thing. It really helps because it's no cost to you, just or maybe minimal to maintain it. And you look at where's your target market. If you're B2B, your market is not really in the digital space, there's no point being there. So, and then being in the digital market, and if you don't really go into updates, you don't really refresh your content, then it's not worth being there as well. So you can be ancient after 2-3 months or 2-3 years. So there's something you need to revive. I'm sure there's certain things that you do need to be updated.
Oh,
So don't look at it too complicated. Make it as simple as possible and get a structure going, and then be clear on what you want. I think that's the fundamental of taking action. You got to have clarity. You have make it simple for you, and you really want to do it, and then you get results. It doesn't have to be too technical about things. So, for those who are listening, what's your take? What kind of engagement do you have if you have on digital marketing, or are you really in digital marketing, or are you not, and why? So if you are in it, how are you approaching it? So is it successful, or there's a lot more things to do, or you find it like it's a chore, like you have to do it because people are in it, or you really want to because that's where your target market is? So the conversation is quite wide. So the question is, what do you really want? So digital space can be a leverage, it can be a headache. So what's your take? So key in and just type out what space you are in, and from there possibly you can see how to to make digital space meaningful to you? So Terence, what is your take?
My take is like what you say. It's all business dependent because like everyone's on it doesn't mean I need to be on it. And I was thinking like, yeah, I know some contractors like build roads. They only have two main clients that build roads in Malaysia, so they don't need a website. They just stick to their two main client, and that's it. They don't need to be on digital space at all. No one knows them, but they are doing well in business. They are still building roads. There's still lots of roads to build in Malaysia. That's kind of my my no example of what which business may not need to be on digital space, but there are a lot of people jumping on it. Don't know why, because there are a lot of people on it, so they just don't want to miss out and jump on it. Like I say, they need to be really, really clear why they're on it, and they need to be really, really clear is to jump on it. That is so much more commitment than just one off.
Well,
So
you have the conversation is whether you are B2B or B2C, just one conversation. And then whether your product is retail, middle, lower, or retail, upper, kind of thing that really want engagement. So it depends. You can have a private group. It's also a digital space. You can have an open group to the market. It's also a conversation. So it's all how you want to approach the market, Terence, especially your target market.
yeah, and there's a lot of questions about that as well. So if you're watching this and you have questions about your business relating to your business, is your business suitable or not? Well, why don't you write down your business in the comment below? Then we can answer some of your questions too today. Okay, for today, if you're a business leader listening in and you feel that you're lonely at the top and you have questions like this that you can't answer at all, then why don't you join us? We have a talk, the two of us having a talk, supporting some small businesses. We'll be helping you, consulting, coaching you, and finding out what's the challenge in your business, sharing with you, finding out what's really going on in business. That's kind of what we want to do. And that's what we intend to do on 18th of July. Izam.
Well, it all depends. The thing is this: do you want to stand out? Do you want to stand out in the market? And then the question is how to do it, and then which platform you want to be in. So there's a lot of work you need to look at. There's not many platforms, and I'm sure there are 4 or 5. You can recall those are the platforms available where there's a lot of people are in it. Now the question is, what kind of engagement that you want? So what's real result that you want? You see, in this current situation, you know that a lot of people going into the digital space, some with intentionally to increase sales, some to increase the presence. So what's your take? So what do you really want? And again, like in the earlier conversation, we have things currently with the new normal, you got your new reality. How are you piecemealing the details into looking how digital space can really work for you? So you don't want to be in a space where 3 or 6 or 12 months from now, you are the same way you are at. And you're not making progress in terms of sales. You're not making progress in terms of efficiency. And then you're not making progress in terms of visibility or your market presence, especially in engagement to your present client or getting new clients. So these are the conversations that you need to look at. And are you looking at it from as much detail as possible, or are you looking at it at a very broad level? So it all depends on what do you want from your business. So this conversation can really help you think in terms of what outcome do you want by 31st December 2020. As an example, it's just about 5 months plus from now. So we have a conversation session this Saturday, so at 2:30 we can really have a conversation how we can guide and coach you to get you into a space where you have clarity, and then you can really see how to be more effective and efficient to arrive at your meaningful outcome or results that you want. So this is the thing that we want to offer to you, and it can be meaningful to you. So there will be others that can share their business with you as well. Just look at the link and register, and then it will be a worthwhile 2-hour conversation. So that's from me, Terence.
Thank you. Do join us. Click on the link and join us. It's a 2-hour program where we'll help you to get clarity, find your game plan, find out what works in a business, find out what does not work. And this is kind of what we want to do with a small group of people. Having a big group of people, to me, doesn't really work because we can't work with you one-on-one and find out what's really going on. Giving information, there's so much, tons of information that's free on the internet right now that you can get. But like what really makes a difference is really finding out what's one thing that you need work right now. That's what we want to do on this Saturday. So join us, 2 hours, Saturday, July 18, 2:30 p.m. Register above. Thank you.